What's up guys, today we're going to be seeing how many rare icon series things I have in Fortnite, so let's get into it.
Rarest icon series items including emotes, skins, pickaxes and more. Follow along to see if you have any or want any. Drop a like and let's get straight into it. First up, we have all of the Ariana Grande gliders, such as the Cuddly Cloud Cruiser from attending the Rift Tour live event, the Chrome Cloud Cruiser by completing all of the Rift Tour challenges, and then the Rainbow Cloud Cruiser, which actually you could only get if you was a part of the Fortnite crew. So this is definitely the rarest one out of the three. The pink one was pretty easy to get, most people did, and the chrome one is also a little bit rare because you had to complete all 6 quests, so you might want to check if you have any of these umbrellas. And then there's also the XOXO emote. Technically this is an icon series, but it is an Ariana Grande emote which you could have only unlocked by completing some of the Rift Tour quests. Honestly, a pretty rare emote. I don't see many people using this one or even having it in their locker.
So I actually own all of these. I played in the Ariana Grande, live event. I did the challenges and I did have the Fortnite crew in, when it first came out pretty much. So I do have the rarest of the 3 gliders. Also, I do have the emote, which is, it's mid, but I guess it's alright.
More rare, we have the Hang Loose celebration from Chapter 2 Season 6. The reason that this is pretty rare is because it was a challenge emote which was part of the secret Neymar Jr. skin collaboration. But that's not just why. Now, Chapter 2 Season 6 was one of the most hated seasons ever, and so many people quit playing, therefore less people completed the quest to get the emote. A lot of people regret it though, as it is a good one and it's from Neymar, but definitely deserves to be on this list because I'm sure it's a bit rare.
I also do own this Neymar Jr. celebration. I do remember that season. It wasn't the best, but I think it's too overhated. Like, it wasn't that bad. Definitely not 5 out of 10, but I like that season. It was alright.
Chapter 4 Season 1, which was part of the Mr. Beast Cup. Now, it's confirmed only 100,000 people in the world have this, and that may sound like a lot, but if you think about it, there's millions of people that play Fortnite a week, so 100,000 is probably like 1% of players. This is a very clean umbrella, and it does hold a part of Fortnite's history as well, so if you know you played in the Mr. Beast Cup, you might want to check your locker to see if you have it. But on the topic of Mr. Beast, we have the Honk Spray. You could have only got this by watching Carl's secret stream. I think you had to watch for like 30 minutes, but he was only live for a couple of hours. Not gonna lie, I don't think many people got this spray. It's more rare than most players even think. But now for one of the rarest icon series items of all time, we have the Stuck emote from Chapter 2 Season 7. This currently hasn't been out for over 1,300 days, which is years. But not only that, it was in the shop for only 48 hours, so there was not long to get this, which is why it's so rare. And this is ranked the 26th best emote in the entire game, and there is now over 1,000 emotes. So not only is it crazy rare, but it's actually very popular as well. So many people are waiting for the Stuck emote to return. And actually, I have proof that this might return soon because the emote isn't censored. However, if I go to a Lego game mode and then do the emote again, literally, as you will notice, they actually censored the word bussin in Lego, which means Fortnite know that this emote was controversial. So who knows, it actually could be returning soon. We then have the entire Giannis set from Chapter 4 Season 1. There's 2 skins which both have different edit style. This is actually kind of clean, by the way. I never see the skin in game. And then there's this version with actually a bunch of different edit styles. But this skin and the other items in his set haven't been out for over 720 days now. There is also the warm-up emote, which is like a synced emote you can do with a friend. So therefore, this emote is a little bit rare as well as the skins. And then there's also 2 pickaxes. This one right here, again, pretty clean. I might try and use this. And the hash mark hatches, kind of mid. But these are like some of the icon stuff that no one really speaks about. He is an NBA player, so if you're a basketball fan, you might want to check if you got any of these items, or are you waiting for him to make a return? We then have two more emotes, one of them being Freedom Wheels from Chapter 3, and the other one being Leave the Door Open from Chapter 2, Season 6. Now, you'll notice they're both emotes with Bruno Mars music, but also they haven't been out for over 900 days, and will probably hit 1,000 days not in the item shop, so these emotes are definitely becoming a little bit rare. Not everybody has them. The Bruno Mars skin, however, does come back to the shop quite a lot, but for some reason the emotes don't. I'm not entirely sure why that is, because as you can see, they are available to use in Lego, which is normally why things don't come back. But emotes don't just stop there, because we have got another two, one of them being Fishing from Chapter 2 Season 1. This hasn't been out for over 720 days. I don't know why, because the emote doesn't have any like copyright issues or anything like that. And actually, it's a really underrated clean emote, so hopefully it does make a return. And for the second one, we have Lielt Elmore from Chapter 2 Season 8. This also hasn't been out for over 720 days now as well. So that's two emotes you might want to check if you have in the locker. And actually,
At the time of recording this video, I literally just checked the item shop, and it's in the item shop. What are the odds? I literally thought of this video about an hour ago, because I saw it posted and I was like, okay, let me do it. And it's in the item shop. That is insanely, I may as well buy it. It might not come back, so that means, I guess, that's insane. What are the odds of that? That must be like 1 in something high.
okay, then we have the entire Travis Scott set. I feel like I've spoke about it a lot, but surprisingly, he's still not made a return. And it's actually now been over 1,800 days since he released and was in the item shop. That is actually kind of crazy. 1.8k days. But not only that, the entire Travis Scott items were only in the shop for 6 days. So there was less than a week to buy any of these items. Of course, there was the Astroworld Cyclone, which was free. This isn't nowhere near as rare, because most people...
I do have this glider because I did participate in the Travis Scott live event, but I think everyone does have it. It's not
though,
that rare.
because you had to buy it and then rage from completing the challenges in Chapter 2 Season 2 as well. I guess you could consider this a bit rare now. I mean, it's been a while, not everyone played back then. And the spray, this was also free. But I think the least owned item in Travis set would probably be the Goosebumps wrap. But subscribe if you want Travis Scott to make a return. And remember guys, it's not up to Fortnite, it's up to Travis. I don't think he wants his own skin to come back. Moving on to another emote, we have the Pele's Air Punch. This has not been out for over 1,000 days now. But of course, that doesn't really matter, because this emote is from Pele, rest in peace, a legend within football. I have no idea what Fortnite plans is with this emote, whether they're going to bring it back or never going to bring it back. But I know a lot of people do ask me about this emote. Definitely glad to have this one in the locker. Moving on to an Icon Series set, which is actually way more rare than I originally thought, but it's the Major Laser items. They all haven't been out for over 1,400 days, such as the Laser Axe. There is then the Laser Blast emote, both of his lobby tracks, Default Fire and Default Vibe, and then of course the skin itself, Major Laser. In fact, if I go to my locker and then type in Major Laser, you'll see I don't have him. And in fact, he is the only Icon Series skin I'm missing in the entire game, which just goes to show how rare he truly is. He did release in Season X. I'm not sure how many people bought him, and I don't know why he's not made a return, so you might want to check if you own any of his items. But for a bonus mention, I have two icon skins, the first one being Marco Ruiz and the second one being Harry Kane. These both...
He did Marco Royce so dirty of that pronunciation, but it's not easy to say, so I understand.
Haven't made a return for over 680 days. No idea why, to be honest, but football is one of the most popular sports, so I know a lot of you guys watching may have these skins, or you might be waiting on their return. But for some skins that I actually think are genuinely rare, we have the FFC ones such as Chloe Kim, LeBron James, Neymar.
I do own the FSC Neymar Jr. I thought it looked quite cool. I can't make for these skins, no one uses them. These are quite cool skins. But yeah, I do own this one.
Jr. and the Gref G, because these all haven't been out for over 670 days now, with only 2 weeks in the item shop. But the thing is, they wasn't that popular. I mean, I'm not really sure how many of you guys watching bought these skins, but I know for sure it wasn't many of them. Like, I never see these. But then another emote is Shake and Slash from Chapter 3 Season 1. Not been out for like 647 days. It's really not that special, but it's definitely worth a mention as it is kind of getting a bit rare now. But thank you guys all for watching. Use code ASHY in the item shop to support me out